What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails into Reverie. Last time we handled another daydream. We handled the Down the Rabbit Hole one, which is a little story that takes place shortly after Milliam awakes in her new body at the end of Cold Steel 4. It's 10 days later, and they are on the search to find Ergetlem, because just because Milliam woke up didn't mean that Ergetlem was with her once again. So they had to go back into the gnome's workshop to get him back and reawaken him. So it was a nice little story. Takes place shortly after Prince Olivert and Charizard's wedding as well. And it was also, they said it was the 8th, I believe. I believe that story took place on the 8th of March. So it's literally 11 days before now. And all the stuff, crazy stuff that's kind of already happened is pretty wild. But yeah, so now we're going to go ahead and do this final one that we have for right now, which, ironically enough, does have to do with Olivert and Charizard. So let's see what this has to do with it. Maybe it'll even connect with what's currently happening with them. So let's see. March, okay, so, yep, this is like 2 weeks earlier from this. March 2nd, 1207 of the Septine calendar, the day before Olivert Rise Arnor and Charizard Harvey are to wed. Oh no, so I guess this won't have to do with where they are now. This is going to have to do with their pre-wedding stuff. Thank you, Your Majesty. You've done so much to arrange for the ceremony, even letting me wear such a beautiful wedding dress. I'm not so certain thank you is enough, really. Oh, come now, no need to be so formal. By tomorrow, we'll be family. It means the world to me to hear you say that. This is really emotional. Like, you think back to, you know, Charizard and Olivia back in the Sky games. Like, who would have ever imagined that this would happen? This is a very beautiful dress. The tailoring in the traditional style of the Imperial family is lovely, but I also appreciate how it takes my personal style into account as well. I almost wonder if I'm fit to wear something so perfect. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be so negative. You aren't being negative, Charizard. I can't. Is it truly acceptable for me to marry a prince? Do I deserve to be so happy that they were in such a similar position? Certainly those thoughts and many more are running through your mind as we speak. Well, I was born in the slums of a foreign country. I might be the last woman who would suit a man of Olivia's status. No matter how much I try to quiet the voice in my head, it won't stop telling me that. I understand precisely how you feel. My position left me also feeling inferior to His Majesty when we married. Your Highness. That's also why I know how to bring you comfort. Do you love him, Charizard? Of course I do. Even if it's still the strangest thing to say out loud after all we've been through, yes, I love him. Then you suit him more than any other. Yes, you're absolutely right. I get to marry the man I love more than anyone else, trim the fluff, and that's all that truly matters. Your Highness, thank you so much for your counsel. You are most welcome. Your Highness, it's time. Thank you. Now then, I must attend to some official business. Try to get as much rest as you can before tomorrow. I will. Thank you again. The Empress is such a wonderful woman. If I were in her position, I'm not sure I'd be able to think of anything outside of Prince Cedric. And yet she's gone far out of her way to comfort me. Tomorrow's really happening. Oh. It's funny because she was always giving him such a hard time back in the Libero games, but now they're actually together. I was told the tiara was designed just for the wedding. Maybe that's why it feels a little more gaudy compared to the dress. Oh, come now, Shara. Who the hell are you to call something so intricate and high-class gaudy? Who could that be? The signal in this room's a little too weak. Hello, Charizard speaking. Wait, Aina? And they actually have Aina's voice actress here? Holy cow, Aina, it's been so long. So how do you like the Grand Cell brand? Oh, so she's not working in Roland anymore. How's the new job treating you? I can't even, like, recognize the voice anymore because it's been so long since we've been in Libero. Like, the last time we would have heard I don't even know if we heard her voice during Sky the Third. Oh, wait, no, of course. Well, what's wrong with me? Of course we did. We had that one door that had to do with Charizard leading her around. I wonder where Elnan went off to then, if she's working in Grand Cell now. He's always been a machine. I'm almost sad he got promoted over at the Lemon headquarters. Ooh, that's cool. So there's a chance if we ever get a game that takes place in Lemon, we might see him again. But if anyone's got the chops to carry on his work, it's you. Take good care of Libero for me, Kay? You know I will. I know what I'm getting into, but I'm up for the challenge. Only part of me bums out I'm not being able to see you as much. I miss you, girl. I miss you too. I plan on staying registered as a bracer, but between you and me, I think it'll be tough to stay active in the field. She's pretty much accepting that, you know, getting married in royalty is going to make it much harder for her to have the kind of freedom that she used to. She's mostly just kind of how royalty works. She's mostly going to be Oliver's wife at this point. But if you're ever in need, I'll be there. Don't stress, we've got enough bracers we're training over here, so as long as nothing big happens, you're good. I love knowing you got my back, though. If only I could be there to have your back on your big day. I told you before, it's fine. You're in a big adjustment period right now. Representing Libero's branches from now on is enough without throwing weddings into the mix. Don't I know it, but I know I'll be top shelf at it. You just wait and see. Once I got all my bases covered here, I'm carving out a big chunk of time so I can see you. Sounds like a plan to me. We're long overdue for a drinking night. I'll have to bring some of the good stuff with me. Well, I'll let you go for now, but I'm glad we got to talk, Anne. Aina. I couldn't be happier to hear that from my best friend. Oh, that was the intro. I was like, there's no way it's over already, right? Oh my god, all this is just, like, insane. We met both of these characters 9 games ago. Congratulations on your wedding, Prince Oliver. It will be a joyous day for us all. How long has it been since you first traveled to Libero? 5 years? Yeah, 9 games ago was 5 years ago. I'm still in awe at times that the friendships you fostered abroad blossomed into true love. Well, it certainly wasn't love at first sight for her. I would credit those negotiation tactics you taught me for bringing us down our road to happiness. I believe I only taught you lessons good enough for the military. Love is an entirely different battlefield. Uncle Zex, there's no reason you have to indulge every stupid thing that comes out of his mouth. Especially now that he found someone who will finally take him off our hands. My dearest of friends, surely I'm a prize worth fighting my bride-to-be for. If you were a prize, I'd sooner take being a loser. You should be weeping with joy that she chose you. Well, I can't argue that. Not even a moment's hesitation, Ahem, by the way, I've heard you'll be taking up residence in Ulster rather than the palace. Is that true? It is, strictly speaking. I'm still a bastard son who has no chance of succeeding the throne. Cedric may have gone missing, but I have no desire to vie for emperor in his stead. We haven't chosen Ulster for certain, mind. We've talked about settling abroad as well. It's one thing to consider a getaway villa, but if you want to live permanently outside of Erebonia, that's another issue. To be certain. I have no wish to interfere with your lives as newlyweds, but you'll need to bear the minimum security wherever you do settle. Poor me, I suppose I'll never truly be free. I realize I've said this before, but I don't consider myself the same standing as the rest of the Imperial family. That's why I preferred our wedding to be more on the modest side. Well, with circumstances as they are, you'll certainly be busy as the rest of the family. You're still a prince, and that comes with work that needs doing. Yes, I'm perfectly fine shouldering those responsibilities. I'm well aware I can't abscond with my love and leave everything on poor Alphen's shoulders, nor would I want to. Enjoying my honeymoon to its fullest will have to suffice. You plan on only taking a skeleton crew with you, yes? A shame that the Vanders have only just regained our position as your protectors. I would have preferred to accompany you. But perhaps it's best you two But perhaps it's the best chance you two will have at spending some much-deserved quality time together. We do deserve it, don't we? With that, I believe we've kept ourselves idle for long enough, Uncle. As much as I would love to stay and talk, yes, we have much to attend to. Then let me see you out. Oh, hey there, Olivia Mueller. Your timing is perfect. I was just about to hang up with Ina on the line. Ina, you say? Is that Olivia I hear? Good day, Prince Oliver. Congratulations on your wedding. Please, Ina, Olivia suits me better. We've shared too many drinks at the table to have you address me as any other way. Less at the table and more under the table in your case. So I've been told. And hello to you too, Lieutenant Colonel. I can still hear the stress in your voice. It's never gonna go away, ever. And you always will if I have to keep looking after this one ear. I wish I could see you both in person, but I still appreciate the invite even if I can't come. No need to feel guilty, Shara's kept me well informed. Allow me to take this chance to also congratulate you on your spectacular promotion. Thank you. Okay, now I'm the one who's letting you go. Let's keep in touch and set something up after things calm down on both our ends, alright? Absolutely. Talk to you later, Shara. I didn't think she could reach me all the way from Libero. It was so great to hear from her. I'm glad I happened to run into you while she was still on. Her presence tomorrow will be missed. Speaking of tomorrow, Zin will be arriving early in the morning, while Kevin and Reese are due in the early afternoon. I'm so glad. I mean, obviously we saw them, but I'm almost giddy at the thought of seeing them again. Me too. So, my handsome Beau, who are you giddy to see? Is it a certain emerald hair goddess, perhaps? Shut up, you idiot. Ah, Shara, your dress is being stored in that room, isn't it? Sure is. Want to take a peek? I'm picturing a perfect, pure white dress just for you. What a lucky man I am to see you in it soon. It really is something. It's gone. What? But we were just outside the room. Why only the dress? The tiara would have been a better choice with it so adorned. What is the point of this? There's something pinned to the chest. Oh my god, it's Blue Blanc, isn't it? And there it should lie our answer. I'd recognize that card blindfolded. Oh my god. You've got to be joking. To my most worthy rival in the beloved Silver Streak, the opulent gown of purity is now in my possession. If you seek its return, accept my proposal and tour the Vermilion capital. The first riddle you'll find resides within a district that twinkles with the brilliance, be it night or day. Within the district that twinkles with brilliance, be it night or day. Huh. There, you must inspect the pedestal of a crimson treasured, some 300 years old, long tainted by vainglory. Phantom Thief B. Phantom Thief B took it? My word, what is he up to this time? Not only are there no windows in this room, he managed to steal it without making a single sound. Indeed, I am once again left begrudgingly praising his unparalleled gift for trickery. But how dare he steal my bride's dress? Must he stoop so low? I wouldn't consider it low for an enforcer. Fear not, I'll see to starting a search in the palace and capital with the army. Hold on to that. I'd rather not cause alarm just before the wedding. Do you think you could leave them to me and Shara instead? I'd prefer not. Don't freak out. You know this isn't our first time dealing with him. Why? We're grizzled veterans by now, I should think. Why shouldn't we take him up on his proposal? And before the day is over, we'll have your dress back and it will be as if it never happened, Shara. I'll hold you to that. What am I gonna do with you two? They really are both troublemakers. Made for each other. Charizard waited for Olivia to change into his wandering bard garb, and from there they began their search. Oh, be it night or day. So it meant here. And here we are, the Garnier District. If any place were to twinkle with brilliance, be it night or day, it's here. Only our biggest, most brilliant, shining stars take the Heimdallar's Opera House as stage. Hehe. Something funny about that, Shara? Well, it's not really funny, just thinking back on something you said. Something about how you once starred as the lead singer in the Erebonia's capital's opera house. You never did clarify if you were telling the truth or just playing around. Aha, I remember that clear as day. It feels like as if it were a lifetime ago. That was around when we first met. After we had our little encounter at Hacking Gate and traveled to Bose together. It's sweet to know we both remember. Oh, I would never forget a moment with you. As for the opera, I may have stretched the truth a little, but I did indeed perform there. I simply wasn't the star, just a passionate bard of modest repute who was known as Olivia Lenheim. You don't say. Color me impressed. As well you should be. I charmed a fair few ladies with my lush, alluring voice. Yeah, and on that note, back to the riddle. Got my dress to find, right? That we do. The first place that came to mind at the mention of the treasure was here for me. Rather, it came to mind due to it being a crimson treasure. Nothing fits the bill better than the crimson tiara at St. Corey's for sure. It's not only treasure with its value at 1,000,000 mira, it's also precious as a relic from the Middle Ages. Also, Blue Blanc stole it before. Got no clue how long tainted by vainglory applies, though. That could be attributed to a few things. The gems it was decorated with are of the utmost purity for the first. Anything so extravagant would certainly serve as an excellent token of power and wealth. For the second, I would point to this tale. It is believed that those who covet it are met with a great misery in their life. So greed inevitably spells tragedy then. Perfect match. And the Middle Ages also goes with the needing to be 300 years old. So there we go. Check and check. But you know, I get the strange feeling I've seen this tiara somewhere else. So you noticed. You've seen it in that new tiara I had commissioned for you. It was this very jeweler who made it. And its key inspiration was this very tiara here. Wow, I see it now. Normally, you would have worn one passed down through our family. The Empress, too, wore it as a bride. How lovely would it have been to see you wear it as well? Is there some reason I can't? Over 10 years ago, and as our family's treasure vault was being reorganized, some bandits fled with it in hand. It's been considered lost ever since. Not sure you could even pay me to risk what happened if I got caught stealing from a royal vault. I don't think Phantom Thief B was active yet, was he? Correct, this was before he'd made himself known to the world. It didn't have as much decor as, say, the Crimson Tiara or your new one, but it was a beautiful white gold with a pure, refined brilliance all the same. I'm sure you would have captured its beauty like none other. Well, hearing that makes me wish I could have worn it now. I love my tiara, of course. It's gorgeous as can be. Anyway, now that we're here, we should get on with looking for the next riddle. Right. All we have to do is inspect the pedestal and... Heh, bingo. The second riddle takes you to where the Valiance is built upon the Great Wings. They are under the sea, made lively by the One-Eyed Bard, and the Silver Dancer will be your next riddle. Under the sea, made lively by them. Wait, let me read that again? Takes you where Valiance is brought upon Great Wings. There, under the sea, made lively by the One-Eyed Bard and the Silver Dancer will be your next riddle. So are they talking about the Crimson Wings? Under the sea, made lively. Our man really does get around now, doesn't he? What does this have to do with the sea, though? Can't say it sits well with me that he was able to sneak in here. Fortunately, even if he did get in, he can't operate it. But we'd still be in a real pickle if he were to run off with you-know-what. Either way, let's see if it really was too simple. Oh, we're running around in here. Guess we can't use the other floors. Can't open the menu either. Under the sea, made lively by the One-Eyed Bard and Silver Dancer. That can't refer to anything else but the sonorous seashell. Okay. Pleased to see it's still here at least. Yeah, all he did was place the next riddle under it, looks like. Your next challenge will be the last. The most glorious of garments is in the second Imperial residence. Visit an area with tranquility guarded by 5 water dragons. So, Carol Imperial Villa? Eidos, finally, just one more to go. I'm guessing the second Imperial residence refers to Carol Imperial Villa. I was thinking the same. I have an inkling of what the 5 water dragons is indicating too. The waterfall? Still, I'm a bit bothered by something. All of these have struck me as rather straightforward for him. And the locations chosen have a pretty obvious theme to them to boot. They're all walk down memory lane for us. Even this shell here has a story behind it. Haha, indeed it does. The first time you saw this was when we were on a flight to Roland together. Yep, I remember my alarm bells going off when I saw you using it on the deck. I pegged you then for an Imperial spy. Oh yeah, that's right, when he was talking on the ship. I didn't know that that was the artifact he had with him back then, though. But you know, I'm still the same sneaky scamp I was back then. Haven't changed a whit, which is why it's such a mystery as why I ever fell for you. Ouch. I'm just kidding, goofball. Okay, let's keep on and get my dress. Yeah, it's gotta be the 5 water dragons, right? There's 5 waterfalls right there. The Carampillia Villa's gazebo should be the place he's talking about. So the 5 water dragons would be the 5 waterfalls. Looks like he left something big on the ground. Shall we go have ourselves a look? Blue Blanc case, huh? Well, this case is certainly conspicuous. Time to sneak a peek at our prize. Yep, it's there. This is it. This is my wedding dress. Well, I'll be. Doesn't appear to be damaged or dirtied in any way. That's a relief. Oh, it is. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if anything had happened. Oh, there's another card. I thought we were done with the riddles. Let's see. You have done well to solve my riddles, bride and groom. To reward your efforts in overcoming these few obstacles as a team, I return your wedding dress. I wish also to extend my most heartfelt congratulations on your union. Oh yeah, real heartfelt. Maybe don't steal the dress in the first place if you're going for the warm and fuzzies. He's always been the unconventional one. Let me read the rest. There is a second compartment beneath the surface of this case. If you would, kindly remove the bottom panel to find a gift from me to you. Interesting. Oh, Eidos, what are we in for now? I think he's being sincere. He's just also being rather roundabout with it in a charmingly bashful sort of way. I don't see why we shouldn't do it. Okay then, if you insist. And what will we find, I wonder? Ah! What? A tiara? He found it for them! I almost can't believe this. Oh my god, Blue Blanc stole back the tiara they were just talking about from 10 years ago. This is the tiara that was stolen from our family. Really? But how did Phantom Thief B get his hands on what's been missing for over a decade? Maybe he'll give us an answer. Rumor had it this tiara was passed down through the royal family of a great country in western Samaria. My eternal quest for beauty led me to finding it some time ago. Indeed, it is a most beautiful treasure. Yet something like this would only truly shimmer atop the head of one whom it belongs. That, of course, would be the silver streak. And so do I give this to you. A certain wandering bard once... A certain wandering bard once told me that true... I just think back to when Olivier said that to him, you know, so many games ago. Okay, let me try and read this without sobbing like a mess. A certain wandering bard once told me that true beauty is love, which to this day I find difficult to trust. But I would welcome being convinced by one who lives his life true to those words, to your blessed future. Now that might be the closest thing to beauty he's ever achieved. Yeah, I didn't know he had it in him to be so decent. But I also couldn't picture him going about this any other way. I should say so. My oh my, it'll be hard for anyone to top his gift, won't it? I suppose the best way we can show our appreciation is get to convincing him how beautiful our love is. Good thing we got a head start. It appears he's not the only one who has a message for us. I think you ought to be the one who reads this part. Oh, did Luciola leave something? What for? It couldn't be. To my sweet little sister Charizard, I'm so happy to hear you're getting married. You may or may not have heard rumors of where I've been as of late, but know that you have no reason to worry about me. So she still is with the society. I hope this eases weight on your heart so you can fully devote yourself to your own happiness. Lucy. Word was that she used to work as a fortune teller in Michelin, right? Right, I've also heard she's been keeping her distance from the society. Oh, okay. But words and hearsay don't hold a candle to her telling me to devote myself to my own happiness. She hasn't changed one bit. It's almost funny to think back on how my life's worked out. How all the people I met, Luciola, Cassius, Ina, Estelle, Joshua, led me to my next fateful encounter. How somewhere through all those, they helped lead me to you. When you look back on the complexities of life, you start to realize just how great the chances were of us never meeting. But we did, and now our two paths have become one, with endless possibilities to be built upon in our future. Makes me wonder who else we'll meet that will drastically irreversibly change our lives. Yeah, plenty of arcs left to have in the story. It'd make me very happy if Luciola was one of those people one day. I know for a fact that she will be, Shara.
僕は君のことを必ず幸せにする。空の女神に、いや、僕自身に誓って。
My lord, man.
というわけで、その手を一生離さないつもりなんだが、構わないかな？
安心して。私も離すつもりはないから。大好きよ、オリビエ。
Aww. And then they got married. Yeah, and it's the blue tiara. That was great. To your blessed future, end. That was great. I really like that one. That might be my favorite one. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's definitely my favorite one so far. I think the Home Sweet Turf takes second place right now out of these 6 that we've seen. But, yeah, To Your Blessed Future, that was definitely the best one. Alright, so we're done with all of the current normal daydreams. Obviously, we still have... What are they again? I wanted to look at them before we end the video. Oh, right. Beachside Vacay and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Okay. So, we'll check those out next time. And then, after that, we will finally be ready to get back to the main story, which I guess we will be picking up at the Rosenberg, or heading to the Rosenberg studio again on Rufus's route. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.